I don't know what's happening in this chat, but yeah. So we're back. We're back to Recoil. So I have the amazing Thaniel in the chat. I'm hoping I have the amazing Thaniel here on the stream, and I'm gonna play a couple of his games, and we're gonna have we're gonna continue the talk about game jams and game jam development, and hopefully we're gonna learn new things. I want to see if Thaniel is in the chat or not. I hope he didn't. Oh, yay! I hope you didn't leave me. Recoil. Do I have Recoil still on? Still here, or do I have to download it? Okay, I think I'm gonna download. I don't know where I put it. So we're gonna download this. Sorry, Thaniel. So Recoil was a game made for Ludum Dare. So Ludum Dare is still running. If you have a game for Ludum Dare, and yeah, you can share it, and we might check it out later on. Not today, but later on. Oh, thank you, Anonym. If you want to join the Discord, please do, and attack me with all your questions there. And we're gonna do Recoil here, which is gonna be Recoil, and then we're gonna have another game also from Thaniel, which is a award-winning game. So yeah, the theme is Stuck in a Loop, the Ludum Dare 47th Ludum Dare. So we're gonna go and try that out. Let's see what we can do. More info. It's a virus as always. All of the Unity games are viruses. Click here to start play. I'm gonna make the game a bit. It's a virus, yes. All right. Click here to play. Mad Locksmith. I forgot how to play. WASD and mouse. Loop 1. Doopy-doo. Boop. Doopy-doo. Boop. I'm cheating because I know how to play this game. That doesn't mean I'm good at it. Loop 1. Run. Da, 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 da. I forgot what I'm doing. Oh, that was fast. F twice or full screen. Ha ha! The power. I died. Come on, come on. So this is a brilliant game. I'm playing it through like a master because I have already played it and I can memorize it. And I want to play it through fast so we can have an idea how this game works and yeah, just to have an idea how this game works and about Thaniel's art style and the style as a game developer, a game jam game developer, and then we can have a conversation about game development and game jam game development. Final stage, human scapegoat. Where was it? Where am I going here? I'm going here. I'm gonna shoot this, and I'm dead. I was contacted by what was it called? I was contacted by score space gem if I'm gonna do any gems in near future. So I'm thinking about doing that next, which is gonna be on the 23rd of October. So that's gonna be the next one probably. Hey, I finished the game. So yeah, the reason why I didn't, because this is a fast game, I wanted to play it through, and I would love to get Thaniel into the chat as soon as possible, and so we can have a bit more time. Oh, you're gonna be here. So Thaniel, if you are in the Discord, please join the waiting room. And then I'm gonna evil mode drag you into the stream voice chat, so we can have a bit of a conversation. Yeah, so Scorespace did a bit of a push on streamers, and I think they are doing yeah, helping us, and want us to be part of the game jam. Or their game jam. Okay, Thaniel is in the waiting room, and say hi to Thaniel. Thaniel, say hi. Thaniel. I can't hear you. Say something, I'm giving up on you. Alright, I think there's a button to... We're having some technical difficulties, but don't worry, computer might not be on our side every now and then, but we are professional IT people, and we will sort it out. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna drag in the... While we are waiting for Thaniel, I'm gonna check here other games of... Please fix my printer. So that's professional IT people is what professional IT people do best. Fix printers. I have no idea. I'm the worst with printers. But you have no idea how bad I am with printers, and now I work with printers. I'm terrible with it. Oh, I saw Thaniel's icon blink. Hello, hello.
Hi.
I'm trying to... How are you, Thaniel? How are you doing? I'm trying to set up the...
I am doing mighty fine, thank you.
Mighty fine, that's brilliant. I'm gonna try to set the volume a bit up and down and everywhere, so we can make everything work. Hopefully I will hear you a bit better. Alrighty. Can you hear Thaniel? Please say something.
I am testing my voice right now. I am talking.
Talking. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing I can do. Yeah.
We're good at it. Everyone says it's perfect. Yeah, it's brilliant. So thank you, Thaniel, for coming on the stream on such a short notice and out of the blue. But yes, I really after so Thaniel, if I played Recoil I think last week I played Recoil, and Riser Kampf was a big game that was a part of the Bonfire Jam, and everyone loved it, and you ended up second place if I'm correct. Third place, second place?
No, it was third, I think.
Place. Which is still brilliant, and the game is brilliant. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Why the game is brilliant and what you need to go. And I'm gonna restart this game and gonna go back. So the main reason why is we're gonna see the other game and this one as well is because of your art style. And
yes.
And I really wanted you to talk about your approach to art in general, or game art, or what's your background, what's your approach. That was the main question.
Well, I started doing art around age 10, I think. It was about the same time I started doing games. I was an artist for a long time before I actually started coding. So yeah, I am more of an artist than a game developer. So that means that I focus a lot on the aesthetics of a game before I actually focus on the mechanics. That gives the games I make like a strong visual identity.
Okay. So as you said you started at 10, but what did you do as so what did you work with pixel art or just art in general, drawing?
It was just art in general, and then I moved on to pixel art.
And what do you find more for yourself more comfortable, pixel art, or do you prefer traditional art?
Actually, I prefer. It depends on the time I got. If I got enough time to work, then I usually prefer doing high resolution art.
Okay.
If I have to work within a short notice where I want just like great looking animations and a lot of assets, then I do pixel art since it's easy to make it look good. I just have to use like a nice color palette and yeah.
So because even for this game, and I'm gonna show the RiseConf for in a second, because worst train ride ever, but it's a brilliant game, and graphically, what is for me it's a treat, and I really do want to talk about it. Did I just lose the progress from before?
Yes, the game resets after 3 rounds.
Things I learn. Did I have enough time to go through that gate? We'll see.
You can actually do it in 2 loops, yeah.
Yeah, I could do it in 2 loops. That's what I was thinking. It's brilliant. So yeah, so what's your approach to make something so what's the good word? Not aesthetically pleasing, that's not the word I'm looking for. Consistent. What's the trick about for consistency?
Well, actually, a big part of starting to work on a game, once I started Game Jam, I established a development plan that stretches throughout the entire Game Jam. So basically, that means that the first hours of Game Jam, I have a technique for it. So I usually already go into a game jam with some ideas of what aesthetics I'd like to explore. So when I did Riser Camp, I was like, I'd like to experiment with like the whole World War era and that aesthetic because I find it really pleasing. And so basically, the first day consisted in looking through posters of that era, propaganda, sampling colors from that, and then a good approach to making a consistent art style throughout the game is I make a canvas the size of the game window on Paint.net, which is basically like a dumbed down Photoshop.
Wow, Paint.net.
Yeah.
Out of all the graphic editor softwares, I wouldn't have guessed that you are going with Paint.net.
What do you think that I used?
I mean, Aseprite is quite popular at the moment.
Yeah, I tried it, but it's not really my thing.
All right, okay, no, not judging.
But
it's just...
yeah, so no, yeah, don't worry. I usually start by making that canvas, and then I put blotches of paint or in like relevant places. And so then I look through like half-closed eyes, and then I picture those blotches of paint as finished sprites. So basically, that really abstract painting that I do basically turns into like an idea for the style of the game. And then I refine those blotches of paint into more finalized sprites, and that's how I get the look of the final game. I make a mock-up.
B is asking that how long have you been making games?
As I said, I started basically at around the same time that I started doing art. I basically downloaded GameMaker 8 and then just basically made those maze games that everyone does with the default sprites and sounds. So after that, I joined the Game Maker Community Jam. That was my first jam. It lasted for 3 days, and I don't think the result of that was very good. I still like it, but it's not that great. And then after that, I joined Jam DNA, I think. And yeah, from that, basically, I started doing Jam DNA up until a couple of years ago, and that's basically my story.
That's B is quietly taking notes because that's a really good development strategy.
Yeah.
Everyone is cheering on you. Yeah, and B, I don't know if you know B. She's a graphic artist as well, and studying game development and animation and those kind of things. So in one sense, she's in your shoes. That she's more of a art oriented person and it wants to get into game development from that. And it's so that's why I wanted to have you here because. Is that the one I'm looking for? No, I'm looking for RiseandConf in the meanwhile. Because I want to showcase that. Yeah, so that's why I wanted you to be here because there game development and even on the game jam level, game development has so many aspects and so we talked about Foley and recording instruments and
that was really interesting.
We have graphics and we have the game design and we have mechanics and all of these things and a lot of people are going into game development. Oh, I'm gonna do coding and I'm gonna do create good games, but there's so many aspects of it and that you need to specialize in to make that game just right.
Yeah.
And I'm yep. Spread the jam on the toast.
Spread the jam on the toast, but yeah. So as I said, a really big part of making a consistent art style is to take some time to define what you want the game to feel like, to look like. So in those developments, in that development stage at the beginning of a jam, where I am sorting through the style, I listen to like music of the era and stuff like that. I focus on like the feeling more than the actual, like visuals. So yeah, that's basically that's a better way to convey the aesthetic in a very, I guess you could say, implicit way. Oh, actually, RiseandConf was not made for full screen, so it just messes up when you.
Let's start again.
I am so sorry.
No,
that actually caused some problems.
No worries. It's
yeah.
It's a streamer luck. I don't have good luck with games on the stream in the sense that I had a showcase where I was stuck in a loop with a really annoying enemy and people were like, "That's the only enemy in the whole game," and that's half an hour. So that was fun with a different game. So yeah, we're not gonna play it on full screen. We're gonna play it on small screen.
Everyone is happy. So sorry about that.
Everyone is happy with that? Yes, good answer. And this was this was the first game I saw that you've created, and this just blew my mind. So that just that visual, as everyone is just so blocky and there's these angles and everything, and it looks so good.
Yeah, something I'd like to comment about that. A big part of the style of this game was the such short time on notice I had to make it. So we only had 2 days, so that meant if you notice, if you look, like most of the tiles in this game are basically just like solid blocks of color, but because those colors are like exactly pegged so they convey a feeling, it basically makes you feel like those tiles are more detailed than they actually are.
Yeah.
And it's important to work with limitations. So in this case, I use Petsy character art, I think. So yeah, it's only made of triangles and squares, and that basically also helps convey a feeling of like vintage.
Yeah, I love the train. I'm gonna say the same thing as I did before about the game. Worst train ride ever. But
I completely agree with you.
but I think, oh, I had to push a button. What button I'm pushing? No, I'm pushing a button in a second.
Hey.
Oh, fatal error.
Oh God. Oh no.
Abort.
Oh my.
I'm gonna say sorry in advance. I'm good at
Don't worry, don't
I'm
worry.
good at finding bugs.
Yeah, it's
as someone who wants to be a game developer / a consultant, being able to find bugs has a handy skill, but showcasing the game is not so handy in the same time. So R keys to move the character, W to fire, S to... Oh, I don't need the mouse. That's why my problem is. I'm missing something. AD to switch the character. I forgot to read, and I was like, oh, I've played this before. That's gonna be alright. No? What was it?
it's fine.
W to fire, S to enter. Okay. I got it. Professional streamer here.
Come on, you're a gamer.
Darkonius, thank you. Thank you for joining, Darkonius. Take care.
Thank you for joining Darko.
Doopy-doopy-doo. I'm running.
Yeah, so basically for this game, as I said before, I make I make a development plan for the entire duration of a jam. So basically, I start with the graphic design phase, as I said before. I then move on to coding. The important part of coding is to get the full prototype ready, basically, the gameplay. We don't focus on the interfaces yet. Yeah, and then the fourth day, I guess, I am basing this description on like a 7-day jam, because most of my jam experience comes from Jam DNA, and it was a 7-day jam. So yeah, I am gonna base my description based on a 7-week-long jam.
Mhm.
So on the fourth day, I basically focus entirely on making sprites, and then it's important also to get those sprites in the game. So basically, you have the entire like finalized product already by the fourth day. On the fifth day, you focus on making the level design, and it's really important not to subestimate these stages. The level design is make or break. If you can easily mess up level design, because more stages means more development time, means more play testing, means more tiling, spreading out, laying everything out. So yeah, a good technique I have for this is that I think of the number of stages I like the game to have, or I think about how long I want the game to be, and then I just split that in half, because that's all the time I'm gonna get.
That's a common advice developers give. Think about it and then half it. Yeah, whatever
Exactly.
you do, half it.
Yeah. So I then use the leftover level design to implement interfaces. You should never make new assets during this stage. Fancy title screens are only for dirty teens, and we don't have time for that. I do recommend designing a logo, though. Having a logo for your game is pretty important. So, yeah, to make a good title screen in short notice, I recommend having some gameplay footage of the game in the background, or and then just laying the logo on top. That makes a good eye-catching title screen it serves its purpose, basically.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can only make like those fancy title screens with like pictures and drawings and stuff if you're a team and you have a dedicated artist to do it. You cannot do it when you're working alone. So yeah, next it comes the audio, and here's the important part. Usually, audio is also hit or miss. I prefer being ready for the latter, so before I take care of audio, I compile the game, write up the itch.io page, and upload the muted project. It's a failsafe in case either my DAW, in this case FL Studio, refuses to work, my audio editing program messes up, or I am completely unable to find good samples, Creative Commons samples on the internet. If all goes well, it should take me about 5 hours, 2 hours for music, 1 hour for sound, and 1 hour to code those sounds into the game. And the leftover time I use to recompile the game and upload it onto the itch.io page again.
Wow. You are methodical. You have
No,
your-
yes, I have to live by the hour to make this game. Sometimes, if you don't have enough time, I recommend making like a sleep plan. I guess you could call it that, a schedule. Sometimes you're fine with like sacrificing maybe 1 or 2 hours of sleep per day, but this is important. Self-care first. After the jam, actually recover those hours. You need that energy.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, it's important.
Yes.
So yeah, music composition can get technical, so I'll about talking about it here. But sound design usually consists of me distorting, the different waves like sine, square, and saw. Basically making 8-bit sounds. I usually prefer doing Foley, but that takes way too much time to like record, separate, edit, mix, and export. So yeah, I only do Foley on longer jams. And then on these shorter jams, I just make 8-bit sounds within FL Studio.
What's the Studio A?
FL Studio, that's the music program that I use, and I also use for sound design.
A full studio?
FL Studio.
FL Studio. Fruity Loops.
Yeah, Fruity Loops.
Fruity Loops. Sorry, Fruity Loops. If you don't know Fruity Loops, how do you don't know Fruity Loops?
It's a godsend. So yeah.
Comment on the stream. I just finished the jam like yesterday and joined a new one today. I was supposed to rest, so that's
yes, you were. Roiku, oh no, you're gonna die.
This is not a warning. This is a prediction.
It's a prediction, exactly. Okay, so yeah, after that, the game is basically over. You get the sound, the art, the code, and everything. But even then, work is far from done. After the jam is finished, I record and edit footage of the game to upload onto my social media. I usually tag it with @GameDev and #pixelart and include the download link. I think it's something that my followers have noticed. It should take about it should take about like a day. Yeah, so if the Game Jam has an official account, I recommend to tag them as well, since that will most likely mean a free retweet and it will help spread the word around. So yeah, I encourage you all to interact with your players, leave comment on their YouTube videos, watch their streams, and gather feedback you get from people, and yeah, use it for your future games. And then actually do that for other people as well. We're all in this together, so let's spread good vibes.
I was here expecting a nice talk about graphics and stuff, but we are going into Game Jam development all the way to the T, which is so much more satisfying than what the initial idea was. I'm so happy that you're here. And
Thank you. If you want to talk about graphics, I mean, we can do that.
No, I'm happy. Whatever you would like whatever you like to talk about. I think every single thing that you are talking about is crucial, and not just Game Jam development, because in general we are here, most of us, because of the Game Jams, and we know each other or got in touch with each other because of Game Jams. But,
yes.
But in game development in general, it's important, and if any aspect of your life, if you are trying to build something, trying to create something, you have to have some kind of rules and rules basically.
No, yeah. After a while of working on these jams, you basically create a structure for how you work, a plan. I guess you could call it that. And that's essentially making a plan is how you get consistency. Yeah.
What's wrong with art and graphics, Machan? Nothing is wrong with art and graphics. That was the base idea, to have someone who is clearly, you can see it. Look at this. Clearly advanced in graphics and art. To have it on a stream and have a conversation and learn a bit about graphics. So that was the idea. And we go into so much more than I was expected, and that's a positive thing. So don't worry, B. Graphics is really important. We love you. Don't worry, B.
Actually, there's something about graphics I want to comment. There's something that I usually see many game jam devs do wrong when they participate in game jams, and it's trying to, I guess, it's trying to detail. No, I wouldn't call it that. It's just, yeah, I guess just trying to detail everything in the most basic way they can. So, for example, just think landing in the ground. So particles, right? A smoke. I'm gonna make some smoke sprites. But no, it's not actually about making particles for everything or making effects for everything. It's doing more with less. So, for example, I guess in recoil, you can see that when the player shoots a bullet, they don't shoot a bullet. Basically, it's just a white line that appears and disappears, which creates the sensation of a bullet. That takes less development time, and it means I don't have to sprite the bullet, and I don't have to make collisions and stuff. It's only like one frame of how far the line should go. So yeah, you should always try to do more with less. Think how you can stylize something as much as possible so that you can save time on coding it and spriting it and all of that stuff. That's how you basically get polish in your game. The basic way to get polish in your game is to do pretty stuff, not using a lot of resources.
Okay.
Work smartly, not hardly.
And I'm gonna ask just an off question that I asked everyone. Where in the world you are logging in?
I am from Chile. I am Chilean. I speak Spanish.
You speak. I think you are at this point. You are the most Western person who I've talked on the stream and ever.
It's kind of weird that we are all speaking English when it's not our first language.
No. So yeah,
but
it's
there's no actual like English speakers here.
On the stream, on the stream I have a couple of actual English speaker person. We have Mr. Bacon. Mr. Bacon on this. He's a typical British boy. So.
Oh, good day, Miss Aaron Bacon, I guess.
You know, he's the minority with born and raised British. And oh yeah, B, you are. Yeah.
Where are you from, B Boop?
A B is kinda British, kinda half-blood, mudblood, yeah. So and the whole. Neither of my parents are English. Okay, so even Mr. Bacon, who is typical British, is not British. Great, amazing. Do we have anyone who is actually English in the stream?
Yeah. Do you have any native English speakers here?
Oh, they are native English speakers, but someone who was born. Dan is from from our team is British, and I speak English primary. Yeah, I mean your English was so the team we had just before. I mean their English was.
No, yeah, their English was on point.
Too good, and yeah, but we do have a British. Yay, someone on the stream. That's a new one. But yeah, and I'm always saying this, but the fact that we can just have fun together, it's amazing.
Oh, yeah, I absolutely agree. And actually, the gaming scene, I mean, the game development scene in this country isn't very like big. So yeah, I actually appreciate being actually able to talk to our developers like this. The gaming scene here isn't so great because we are all very illiterate, I guess you could say. So not many people speak English. So that means that a lot of people don't actually get the access to resources because they don't speak their language. Yeah, you did it. You escaped.
You escaped.
Yeah, so because those people don't speak English, they don't get the access to the resources that I have. Because, for example, I can just go into English-speaking pages and learn about stuff that I didn't know, but those people don't have that. And some of those assets aren't available in their language. So yeah, I actually don't get to see many game developers here.
So yeah, if you are, this is a message for everyone who wants to be a game developer. Learn, or not just game developer, but IT related work. Learn English.
Learn English.
Sadly, there are no other chance to to get into the industry. Mr. B is asking, have you ever thought making tutorials yourself?
I'd love to actually, but before that, I need to get my social media sorted up. So my banner is actually like years old. I need to draw a new one. I was actually working on that. I actually need to get some recording equipment, so a microphone and stuff like that. So yeah, I need to get everything just sorted up to. Oh, it's safe up here. You should actually play it. It's kind of short. It doesn't have any sound though. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. That's fine. For the stream,
it's
a bit better if it doesn't have sound. I don't have to.
As I mentioned, sound is make or break, and that was like one of those. That was one of the break moments where I didn't get to add sounds to the game. But yeah, I'd love to make tutorials. I only need to get the resources first. I need to get everything sorted out. I guess I'm actually like working many jobs so I can gather the money to buy the equipment and stuff like that. But yeah, I'd love to make tutorials.
B is praising you. Sounds good. I reckon you do a good job. You're very good at explaining things, better than some of my lecturers.
Thank you, V-Bob. I appreciate it.
Yes, and Anonymous is saying that making tutorials in English and adding subtitles on your native language is a way to go, which would be a really nice thing.
I'd love to do that. Yes, that sounds really nice. And maybe actually stream some the development of my larger games too, so actually I can actually get feedback as I'm making them.
Mm-hmm. I would love to. I would love to see and give feedback on it, because I do think it's what I have seen of you doing is. I have to react to this. I have a map. I have things. So what I want to get into touch with people that I think they are good, or think they are inspiring, and definitely that those people who are getting on the stream is those who I want to learn from, or games that I want to showcase because there's something unique about it, or something about it that you can learn from. And we're learning Spanish in the same time.
Sorry, did you say anything? I was away for a moment.
No. We are learning Spanish. That's what I said.
Oh, great.
If anyone can translate it, but leave out the words that are naughty. Thank you. So just so it's a good streaming and YouTube are good opportunities to teach and get feedback in the same time.
No, yeah, it's definitely something that I'm planning to do. Yeah, I do hope that people don't mind my accent and maybe my pitch of voice. I don't think it's very soothing. It's very jarring, I think, but yeah, I am definitely planning on doing stuff like streaming and recording and tutorials and stuff like that. I am very ambitious on what I want to do, and I actually want to show people some of my larger games, because my games do actually kind of look nice and stuff like that. But my full-fledged games, I actually get the time to design and to draw everything and to make everything detailed and stuff like that. So yeah, they're completely on a different tier than my game jam games.
Is there any games that you have at the moment that are like closer to your full games, or that we can showcase at the moment?
No, I am right now working on 2 larger projects, but both of them don't have any demos released and stuff like that. So no, actually, one of them does. There's a game that I don't do everything in. I only program for, so another person knows the art and the design and stuff. but it's called Dormibilia. We actually have a Patreon page right now in case people want to support us. But yeah, I only do code for that. My other larger project is called Project Forge, which is a Gothic roguelike that mixes the mechanic of a card-based battle system and a board game. And that one is entirely by me, but it's not in the internet yet. I'm gonna show it once I actually get some progress in.
All right. I don't know how to get more ammo. That's my problem at the moment.
Oh, you should. There's actually. Oh, you're gonna die. Okay.
That's a good news.
You're
good
running.
news. You're gonna die. You don't know yet,
out.
but you're gonna die.
Yeah. But actually, there's a button for dashing. You should try pressing that. Dashing is basically the main mechanic of this game.
Okay, go. I'm gonna die. That's promising.
That's reassuring to know. Yes, to learn.
What's the button for dashing? I can jump. Ooh. I don't know yet how I can dash. We're gonna figure out. Oh, that's how I dash. Run!
Yes, while dashing, you can pass through enemies.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, game
also,
changer.
if you like protect people from from dying. So, for example, if there's like if there's a zombie that's going to attack someone, if you shoot them, they're gonna give stuff to you.
First, I have to go have stuff before I can.
Yeah. I actually would. I'm replying to Dorkulon. I actually would really like to expand this project actually into kind of like a battle royale kind of thing where everyone's just placed on a map and they have to explore these buildings and they can find each other and shoot each other and maybe collaborate, and it will be great. And I was yeah.
That sounds actually cool.
And share resources and stuff. No, yeah, I'd love to expand it.
But do not advertise it as a battle royale. Please don't.
No, I'm not. No, don't worry. It's not really a battle royale. I guess you could call it a sandbox where like many people just get placed into this map, and they can just like either they can choose to kill each other or choose to cooperate. And then if you get to the end, you can. If you get to the end, you can. You basically see it at like at like another station, like a station, where if you can press a button at any moment, that will end the match by bombing the entire city. So you can wait for other people to get there before you press the button, or you can just press it quickly and then you just kill everyone. But yeah, I have big plans for this project because it's something that I really want to expand on. Oh, you starved to death.
I starved to death.
Well, that was nice.
That was nice. No, normal death. You were good enough to survive, but then you starved to death.
Yes. Yeah, that's something that happens to everyone.
That's the typical way of things around here.
Yeah, you ever just like fight with zombies and then you starve to death? Yeah, very 2020.
Yeah, we're heading into another lockdown. At the moment, yeah, we're heading into another lockdown.
Oh Jesus. So
yeah, everyone is Mr. Bacon is saying that advertise it as a Fortnite clone.
Sure thing, Aaron Bacon. I will trust your judgment on this.
Yeah, that's my that's what I watch. Yeah, people commenting on it like, what madness.
You monster! You killed them.
I killed
You're just one of the zombies.
Oops. Well, I didn't know I could shoot people, so well.
They are grouping up together. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot I have to go through it. All right, I'm not good at this.
It's fine. A lot of people told me that it's like very hard to master. I guess you could call it that.
But it's so well polished. I saw like the little shadow on the display. That was such a fine touch.
No, yeah, as I said, this was actually also I follow basically the same procedure that I described earlier. I made a design document. I looked at posters of the era. I listened to music of the era to get a feeling for what it's supposed to feel like, I guess. I looked actually at like maps and stuff like that, where you can see like old hospitals from that era and how they look like and everything like that. And then I thought, like, to save on resources and all of that stuff, I think it would be a great aesthetic appeal to both save on resources and make the game feel better, to make only the top screen playable and the bottom screen with data on it. And basically, games is like an RPG feel, I guess you could call it, where everything feels so rushed because you keep seeing data pop up on the bottom and you feel panic and stuff like that. It was intentional, basically. It's what I'm trying to say.
How on earth do you have enough time for all of this in 2 hours or 2 days? That's like, you describe me. Oh, like, yeah, while looking at posters of the time and music, and like, in that time I would be panicking like 8 times that I'm not following my schedule and I'm not gonna be able to finish the game. By the time you are just chilling there, that's a bad pun. Chilling there, just listening to music. Like, yeah, it's gonna look bright. Yeah, it's gonna look like this. How on earth do we have enough time to do that?
Yeah, Aaron Bacon. It's basically that. No, yeah, but getting actually understanding what you are trying to make helps a lot, because whenever you feel lost on something, you know what you basically have to do. For example, I don't know what to make the background look like. Okay, but I know that in this era, stuff looked like this, and maybe the colors were a little bit desaturated. There actually, you notice that a lot of vintage stuff is very colorful but all desaturated, so it gives like a very contrasting feeling. So yeah, you basically apply that onto the game and it looks nice. It just does. It's all about like choosing your color palettes wisely and choosing your shapes wisely. And yeah, it's that. Yeah.
It's great. It's great. I'm learning so much in one afternoon from all of you.
Well, I do have one resource for everyone out there that struggles with color selection, and it's Lost Specs. Lost Specs Palette Gallery. It's basically it's a page where people can submit their color palettes for other people to use, and you're basically encouraged to use those color palettes and submit them to the page as palette examples.
How do you say it?
LOSPEC.
PEC.
LOSPEC.
PEC. Lost Spec. Okay. Did I? Okay. Hello. Palette list.
Palette list.
Wow, and you can just...
Yeah, it's great. It's great for game jams and stuff like that, and they're basically available for everyone. And then if you make a game with those, you can submit the screenshots of that game to the palette, so people can see how the palette looks in a finished project. It's very, very nice.
I'm not good with tags. Any. I'm gonna put fire.
Tags are mostly for like artists and stuff.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah.
If you want to go, cold fire, GB. Cold fire. Brilliant for colors.
Yes.
But if you're better than me looking up palettes, this could be a good resource.
It's a great resource. I encourage everyone to use it. Amazing. I am actually not. Yeah.
We can make something.
Yes.
Do you mind if I make something in the meanwhile?
No, I think this is great. I am enjoying this. I want to see what you can make in such a short time.
Okay, let's make a. So I have a top layer, middle layer, bottom layer. So I think a bottom layer is drawing under it. That makes sense. Let's make a. I want to make
45 seconds game jam.
What? 45-second game jam, yeah.
Exactly. This is like 45. This is like the 45 seconds art jam. I actually took part on a game jam that was 1 hour long.
Yeah, there's a 1 hour game jam. Yeah, there's a 1 hour game jam.
Yeah, I actually managed to finish it, and I don't know how.
You can't. Like, you just do something, and hope it's doable or playable. And I made a couple of games for that as well, but it's just silly.
What do you make?
That's the middle. Oh, that's the top. Middle, I need green. Okay, I think I did something. And now, generate. I made a spaceship. It's just ugly. They look the same. What am I supposed to do?
There we go. It changed the palette, I think. Palette. Yeah, Aaron Bacon. Yes, 1 hour game jam is it's wild. But yeah, for people who want to know what tools I use Paint.net to make my pixel art, the animation helper plugin on Paint.net to make my animations, and then for high resolution art I use Inkscape.
Paint.net.
Look up Paint.net, exactly how I said it. Yeah,
get Paint.net and Inkscape.
Inkscape is a vector editor.
Vector editor.
Yeah, Roku, download the animation helper plugin. It's essential basically if you want to make pixel art. Go look up animation helper plugin Paint.net, and you'll know how. They'll tell you how to install it. It's useful.
Animation helper, and
all right.
So I'm not gonna look at it, but it exists. So you can go there and download it for free, and you can try it out. So we gave you all the possible things to make pixel art and things.
So many tools.
So many. We got all the tools. We gave you all the tools. So there's no excuse from this point on.
No excuse. Get to development right now. Make like 5 games now.
5 games now till the end of the stream. The topic is what is it? Game jam generator. Generator.
Hydrate.
The topic is yeah. I don't know what you are, but yeah, it's a Unity. Unity is gonna. You are your own enemy. That's the topic. You are your own enemy. You have 5 minutes to make a game. Go. No excuse. I want to see if anybody. You are your own enemy. Do a mock-up and put it on the stream chat. If we're gonna be here for another. Spring. No, that's another. Oh, okay, that's on itch.io. Thank you, Thaniel. You are your own enemy. That's the theme. Do a mock-up of your game idea, and then
I'm just gonna submit that one meme of the astronaut looking at the moon, and then the other astronaut with the pistol being like, it was all cheese. Yes, it always has been.
It always has been. Yeah, it was just a game jam. It always has been.
It's not just a picture; it's an experience. I am actually replying to Roku.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Can anyone tell me what I'm doing wrong with this? Why it's not generating anything for me? It's like always this. It's all the same. It seems like all the same. Or is this the find the difference kind of game?
Yeah, stop wearing phallic spaceships, as Roku said it.
Roku, that's your fantasy. That's your brain, not mine. I'm good. The problem is not.
No, we all share the same brain. As game devs, we only share one brain cell.
Yeah, we're sharing one brain cell. Okay, I'm gonna allow it. Space follows 2020.
Yes.
Nada, mi joven, la cámara prendida, yo pasé en calzones corriendo para allá.
No tengo la cámara, no, le dije, mamá, no tengo la cámara.
Tú me dijo, pero si hay un cuadrito ahí grabando, pues era ese. Pues yo decía, ay, qué bueno, yo pensé que me había visto una media comunidad gamer.
You're learning so much Spanish today. I don't know I don't know what I'm doing wrong with this, but I'm creating all of these and nothing is happening. So
I've actually never used this editor before.
mostly experimental, yeah. Or just for draw your sprite below using the 6-color palette, lower the so then hit generate to get your random sprite. Okay, it's a something.
Yeah.
So yeah, all game developers collectively have one brain cell. It gets passed around every year, and the one is in possession of it wins Game of the Year. That's roughly how it happens.
I hope I can steal that brain cell one day
and make a Game of the Year game.
Yeah.
So yeah, Thaniel. Everyone, check out Thaniel. Thaniel is here. Thaniel is everywhere.
Yes, check out my Twitter, itch.io. I am Thaniel Pin in Twitter, as you can see. I also have a YouTube channel, though it's not very active. I'll probably start uploading stuff there soon. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Dormivilia, yes, I work for Dormivilia. Check that out as well. We have released a demo actually, so you can actually play that. Not much. I'm just saying, people watching the stream.
Yeah, you can go and support them on Patreon. You can be an adventurer, you can be a golem, or you can be a sorceress. And
I'll post them in chat.
Yeah, please. Mario, eat your heart out. Ooh, that was cool.
Yeah, I only do the code for it, and I also did some of the sprites. So, for example, the clock tower background, I don't think you can see it, but yeah, that one. I also sprited the background for that.
That's cool. I like the shadows. It's a nice touch. So yeah, go and support Thaniel, and go and check out. I'm gonna follow. I forgot to follow this. Follow Dormivilia. Oh yeah, that's how a prototype looks like.
Exactly.
People, and that's yeah. When you are doing a prototype, make it as simple as possible, because you don't want to get
exactly.
polished something out in a half an hour or hour. You want to make a simple looking thing with one aspect of it polished, which is the mechanic.
Sure it works, and it has a catch.
Yeah, that the mechanic or whatever you want to prototype, because when you're prototyping a specific thing. You want to make something work, or you want to test out something fast. That's what prototyping is for.
You're making a proof of concept. You want to make sure that the mechanic that you made is actually works and it's fun to play.
Yes. You want to get that done as fast as you can and nicely as you can.
Also, one last thing. So while I've been doing game jams for all of these years, there's been some like frequent faces that I've seen that play my stuff and play other people's stuff, and they showcase it to like the mainstream public, and I think it's really nice. So I urge you to check Cryptic Hybrid, Spotcats, Alpha Beta Gamer, and the Game Curator. They're all really awesome people, and I urge you to check them out. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Go and check out people who are playing games. Much amazing.
Yeah.
And yeah, because making games is not just making games, but you have to sit down and learn and watch game developers and play games to be able to fully understand what's happening and what's not happening and how you can make your games better. We are learning.
We can't hire people. We are on our own. We make do. So yeah, it's important to support indie developers I try to donate to to people who make like good game jam games whenever I can. But yeah, that's basically it. Support indie developers.
Yeah, at least with sharing the love and sharing the games and give feedback, give support. If even if you don't have money, because not everyone can support people with money. Just be there, share, give feedback, give a like. You have no as if you are not a developer, or if you're not a content creator, you have no idea what a like or a positive feedback means to someone who is just sitting in his room and working all day long on it. So it does really help a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Was that
oh, by the way,
was that Daft Punk for a second?
What?
Was that Daft Punk for a second? That's what B is asking. Were we listening to Daft Punk for a second?
Oh no, I think you're talking about the autotune cockroach that I have as my alarm.
What, the cockroach? What?
Yes, the autotune cockroach.
We heard a robotic voice.
People of culture will know what I'm talking about.
Okay,
yeah.
so ow, thank you. That's
Follow the autotune cockroach, by the way.
That's awesome. I want to hear more. What cockroach?
You still go on YouTube, autotune cockroach.
Tune. How do you write cockroach?
Autotune.
Tune cockroach. I don't know, how do you spell it? Oh, just auto-tuned. Oh, auto tune. Do I want this?
Eso fue Daft Punk. We are here. It's 16 of October. We're watching 13 people are watching an autotuned cockroach on a live stream about game development.
Yep, that's happened. That just happened. Someone said, "Don't Google just anything someone says in the future." By the way, I think a cockroach that's dancing and singing should be alright. It's not. Hopefully, it's not copyrighted. I was watching a trailer of a game and I got the whole stream got muted because of that as on the board, because I had 1 minute of that music which was in a trailer that what I was watching, and I was like, why? Okay, so we went on. We stopped the ranting, and yeah, I think we should slowly move on because I'm just only 1 hour late in this whole stream session.
If I am right, there's one person after me, right?
Yes, and we're gonna stay here as long as we can, because the next game is gonna be about a school project, student project, which is interesting in a completely different way than we had the developers beforehand. So if you want to stick around, I would love to. If there's anything else you want to shout out before we finish it.
Yeah, the people I shouted out: Cryptic Hybrids, Podcasts, Alphabet Gamer, and the Game Curator, and also my family. I love them, and they have supported me through everything I've done. So yeah.
Cheers for Thaniel's family and for supporting him and everyone. And check out all the developers and all the content creators that he's recommending. And thank you, Thaniel, for joining us in this short notice, and thank you all the positive feedback. I will definitely re-listen to this conversation, because there's a lot of things that we can learn from you. So thank you very much, and good luck for the future. If any of your games are gonna be available for the public, please don't hesitate to let me know, and I want to showcase it and try
also,
it out.
one last thing. If people want to ask me certain questions about aesthetics or something like that, just shoot me up a DM on Twitter. I'll be glad to talk about with you on that. I am a sucker for aesthetics, so yeah, just talk to me. Don't be afraid to do that, and that's all.
That's great. That's great. Follow Thaniel's advice, and don't be shy to ask questions and ask for help. And yeah, we're a community. We are helping each other. Alrighty. Thank you, Thaniel. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I hope everything goes well. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.